Hello, I'm Theo Johnson, and this is Decisive Mini Battles, Huns vs. Roman series. We take the largest battles in Roman history and make them small. With new magnet technology, you'll see this battle like never seen before. The few generals wish they had. Huns, a fierce group of nomads, have just been forced out of China. For the past few years, they have been tormenting, stealing from their cities, and most importantly, destroying their cities. They only leave because of the building of the Great Wall.
Huns were known as some of the fiercest nomads in all of the ancient world. They only left an area if there was scarce resources.
They moved to an area near the Mediterranean, near the Roman Empire. Well, see, where they first went was an area east of the Danube, near the Ostrogoths. They simply came in, destroyed the Ostrogoths, and left no sign of mercy. What was left, we don't know. We just know those few words. As they moved on towards the Danube, the next group, who was about to get destroyed, were the Visigoths. Knowing their fate, they ran towards Rome, trying to get in. Now, the Romans would not let the Visigoths in without a price.
They cannot enter with weapons, and most men have to give up members of their family as prisoners to be sent to Asia.
The current emperor of Rome, Valens, was in Persia, settling down some uproars. The Visigoths, who were being treated extremely unfairly, saw their chance and took advantage to make their own uproars. The uproars started with small skirmishes. Eventually, the message made its way to the emperor's Valens. It is unknown exactly how the Visigoths got their weaponry, but however they did, it must have been a masterplan.
Were making these uproars because they were being treated unfairly. But it must have been difficult for them, and they must have had a feeling of discomfort because they were not in their homeland.
Valens returned from Persia just at the right time. The Battle of Adrianople is about to begin. The city of Adrianople, a walled city, but outside are the Huns, alliance with the Visigoths, just because the Romans are right at their doorstep, ready for a fight at any minute. The Huns enjoy a nice day, but in the distance they see something. Romans ready to attack. The Romans, led by Valens, who are supposed to be awaiting his nephew's reinforcements, attack the Visigoth encampment. The Visigoth cavalry ambush the Roman legions, sending them into utter confusion. The Romans suddenly have enemies on both sides. A very big pickle for the Romans to be in. The Romans end up losing many soldiers, including the emperor, Valens himself, who had led the army at a terrible time. This battle was a great triumph for the Visigoths, as they had shown that they were strong to the Romans. Was said to lead to the fall of Rome, or at least of the Western Empire. But also, it was not only a terrible loss of the Emperor Valens, but also a horrible loss for the reputation of the Roman army.
This battle shows how the Roman army can be defeated by much weaker armies, such as, in this instance, the Visigoths.
This also puts Rome in a state of confusion because they have lost a war against a tribe which had been defeated by them in the past.
Though for many citizens after the Battle of Adrianople, it felt like the end. Well, the new emperor, Theodosius, was a great man, and what he decided to do was to force the Visigoths out, but without war. You might ask, well, how did he get the Visigoths out without any war? Well, the answer is, it's very simple. All he said was, you can become citizens of Rome, but only if you live on the outermost border of our empire. The Visigoths followed this. Everyone wants to be a citizen of Rome. It's like the popular thing in old times. About 30 to 40 years after the terrible loss at Adrianople, the Huns have a new leader, and his name is Attila the Hun. Attila was fierce and never gave up. He may have been inspired by his uncle Nuala, who was the old leader of the Huns. He conquered many areas, never stopping. You may say, why isn't he the father of Attila? Attila was a very vigorous leader of the Huns. Even if he lost the battle, he would keep on going, only for glory. Attila and his brother Bleda are both chosen to become leaders of the Huns. Now, Attila definitely got the upper hand over his brother because he was much more vigorous. And he was so energetic that his brother Bleda almost must have made him feel like he was clumsy. Well, it certainly didn't end well, as Attila ended up murdering his brother. He either does it because he wants all the power, or just because he is too clumsy.
I think Attila was the better choice, because his brother was rather inept. And as Theo just said, Attila was the exact opposite of them.
The time of Attila was Theodosius the Younger, the grandson of Theodosius. Well, Theodosius the Younger was not as good an emperor as Theodosius the Great.
Theodosius the Younger was never as brave as his grandfather because he never participated in battle. He chose to solve problems by trying to bribe his enemies rather than defeat them in conflict.
Attila starts his attack on Rome between the Mediterranean and Black Sea. Theodosius, knowing none else, tries with bribery to get Attila out of this horrible battle. This, though, does not work. Attila does not fall for this fool's trick. Bribery is not one of the things Attila will accept.
Attila is attacking this area because he wants to show how powerful the Huns can be. Also, they are nomads, and they need to keep attacking different areas to survive.
This disturbs the Roman Empire because their emperor, Theodosius, customarily thinks bribery is the solution to a problem rather than war. It does not work in this case, however, and this only made the problem worse for the Roman Empire.
Attila, after his conquest between the Mediterranean and Black Sea, goes to Gaul for a new conquest.
He is attacking Gaul because it is land he has never seen before. Attila wants the glory of conquering this new land.
In Gaul, there are many barbarians. So after he, of course, defeats them, he comes to a much more hard battle at a city called Orleans. This was a siege. Many Romans thought that this would turn Attila back, but no, it does not. Attila quickly overwhelms the city, disallowing its food sources, and wins one of his best battles. This makes the Huns and Attila feared by all Romans. Near the river Saone is a plain called the Colontian Plain, also known as Chalons. There's a hill in the background, a very peaceful place, very calm and relaxing. At the Colontian Plain, the Romans line up. The Romans themselves on the left side on a hill, the Alans in the middle, and the Visigoths on the right. The Huns are led by Attila, but they are few in comparison to the Romans. The Huns have advanced a slight amount, ready for a fight. They are ready for Chalons. The Huns advance a little more, seeing that the Romans, their enemies, have advanced themselves. The Romans see their chance to attack and charge. Both of the armies clash with great force. The battle drags on to night, and the Huns see their chance and attack the weaker Alans in the middle. The Alans are nearly completely destroyed. The Romans see their chance and begin to outflank the Huns because the two sides are stronger than the Alans in the middle. The Romans have surrounded the Huns. Though many die, Attila and a few of his soldiers do escape and go back to their wagon circle. The Romans leave the battle with much triumph, for they have defeated an enemy who has been tormenting them for the last many years. It must have been a very happy day for the Romans. But then, after that battle, Attila did go on to torment the Roman army still. This day was great. Loss at Chalons ends Attila's conquest of Gaul.
Though this battle may have been a terrible loss and ended the conquest of Gaul, it surely did not end Attila. He continued to go on trying to conquer Rome.
This battle was very similar to Cannae, except for the fact that it took a much longer time.
Attila, angry by this loss, quickly goes to Rome, destroying any cities and any people who try to stop him, eventually leading to the city of Rome. But here, he is turned back by Pope Leo, saying that there is a large epidemic going around the city of Rome, and that he should not be fighting here if he does not want to die. Attila turns back, near to the border of Rome, changes his mind, and comes back. But on his way back, he dies of a brain hemorrhage.
I really believe Attila turned back because of his desire to destroy Rome. After the death of Attila, the Huns never achieved quite the glory as they did while Attila was their leader.
For watching Decisive Mini Battles, Huns vs. Roman series. I'll see you next time.